Dragon's Adventures, you just hit 500 subscribers on YouTube. What are you gonna do next?
We're going to Disneyland.
This is Dragon's Adventures. Everybody, what's going on? It's Andrew with Dragon's Adventures, and today we're going to be checking out the Disneyland Resort dining hits and misses. We're going to go ahead and start over at Disneyland Park with our very first hit, the breakfast chimichanga from Ship to Shore Marketplace. Now, you've probably seen videos about this. You've heard about it, I'm sure. You know this place gets crowded in the morning. We actually rope dropped it, and I'm glad we did. It is a pretty tasty bite. It's a fried breakfast burrito, for lack of a better word. There's cheese, there's egg in there. It's tasty. It's got a fried tortilla around it. Yeah, it's good. It'll get you there. But I'm going to recommend that you spend the extra $1 and get that little side of green salsa. That makes that dish. It was okay without it. With the green salsa, though, that dish is exactly what you would hoped it would be. I highly recommend this place. We're going to call it a hit. Next, we're going to head over to Harbor Galley for those chocolate chip cookies you've heard so much about. Listen, I'm not a chocolate chip cookie guy. I'd rather have oatmeal raisin if we're being honest. And I'm certainly not a waiting in line for a piece of probably overhyped food kind of guy. But you know what? Worth every ounce of hype they have received, 100%. Guys, that was the line about 20 minutes before the place even opened. So just know, you need to get there about 20 to 30 minutes before Harbor Galley is going to open. You get 13 cookies in the kit. They're worth everything you've ever heard about them. They're delicious, they're warm, they're soft, they're gooey, they're perfect on a rainy day. They're good to share with your group. 13, we had 6 people and we shared 13 cookies. Absolutely no complaints about this. Does it suck waiting in line to get cookies? Yes. Are you all going to be happy that you did, though? 100% absolutely. All right, we're going to head over to Troubadour Tavern for their Pride Lands potato. What is a Pride Lands potato, you ask? It's a loaded baked potato. It's got cheese, it's got sour cream, butter, bacon, chives. We got ours without the sour cream, obviously, but I think I can still get you there. It's a serviceable baked potato. Would I travel all the way to Troubadour Tavern to grab it? Probably not. If I'm over there, would I grab it as a nice, yummy snack at a reasonable price? Yeah, I definitely would do that. It's a tasty potato, and if you're hankering for something, it'll get you there. All right, Alien Pizza Planet. This is both a hit and a miss. Now, I've gone here many times. I used to work in the parks back when it was Pizza Port, Red Rocket's Pizza Port. Same menu, right? Pretty much. I used to live off the chicken fusilli pasta before the whole lactose intolerance thing happened. This time, though, we wanted to try something new, so we checked out this chicken sesame ginger vegetable noodles dish, and then the artichoke and pesto pizza. The hit here is the noodle dish. It is probably, it's certainly my favorite thing I've ever had there, and it's one of my favorite things I've ever had in the park. It's light yet filling. It's got great flavor, and of all your choices, it's one of the healthier ones for you. Definitely big enough to split. It's good value. It's delicious. I highly recommend it. That's the hit. The miss here is going to be the artichoke and pesto pizza. It's theme park pizza. It's been sitting under a heat warmer, and this slice was actually cold. I had to have them replace it with the second slice. I'd skip it if I was you. All right, over to Maurice's Treats for the #1 hit at Disneyland. This is my favorite bite ever. The garlic cheesy pretzel. It's garlicky. It's cheesy. It's a pretzel bun. It comes with a marinara dipping sauce. It's delicious. You should definitely get one of these. No, you should get 2 of these, and you shouldn't share. You should eat them both by yourself. This was my favorite bite the day we were here to film this video. Hands down, bar none. Absolutely phenomenal. All right, up next, we're going to head over to Cafe Daisy in Toontown. Now, I have heard about this place that it's kind of just cardboard theme park food made for picky kids, and you should avoid it at all costs if you have any kind of a palate. It's probably true. I don't know. I didn't really try anything there except for these Daisy's Goody Donuts. And I'm going to tell you, they are the exception to the rule. These were delicious. They're inexpensive. They're tasty. They're shareable. They're little donut holes, guys. They're better than donut holes you're going to find at a store somewhere. They're absolutely delicious. And on a cold or rainy day, they make a nice little warm thing for you to carry in your hands and then just munch on as you're going to your next attraction. All right, over to Docking Bay 7 Food and Cargo. This is in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. We went with the Endorian Fried Chicken Tip-Yip. That is a mouthful. And you know what? It was a mouthful. It's a pretty tasty dish. The theming's really good in this restaurant too, but the dish itself's pretty tasty. It's fried chicken, broccoli, and then it says it comes with a red pepper or roasted pepper mash, mac and cheese, or I think mashed potatoes and gravy. I'm honestly not sure. We got the mac and cheese. The fried chicken was moist and yummy. The broccolini was actually pretty good, and the mac and cheese is pretty darn tasty. It's a good meal at $15.50. Sure. But here's my complaint. So my parents ordered the kids version of this. It came with a soda and cost $5 less, and literally they were the same size meal. Now it's possible that the cast member serving the meals made 2 adult versions instead of the kids version for them. I went up and asked, and they said, "Oh no, it comes with some different side, and it's a smaller portion of this, that." No, I was like, I just ate them. I literally can tell you they were the exact same meal. So just keep that in mind. Compare for yourself. All right, over to Oga's Cantina. We are still in Galaxy's Edge. This is the cocktail spot. It is the only spot in Disneyland proper that you can get cocktails without also having to order an entree. There's not very many places to get alcohol inside Disneyland Park proper, but most of them you have to also order an entree, and that can get pretty pricey if all you wanted was a beer. So, Oga's Cantina. But because of that, and its amazing theming, it's always packed. You're going to have a hard time finding a reservation for this place, and then you're going to have to go do a walk-up reservation, which I have done in my life twice, and you do have to wait, but we've gotten lucky. It's been under 20 to 30 minutes waiting. Not terrible, right? So, the only problem now is with that walk-up system is you get seated with random strangers. So if you're at a bar, that's fine. But if you're in a booth meant for like 6 to maybe 8 people, and you're crammed in there with like 10 to 12 people, you're not going to have a good time, especially when you don't know most of the people that you're being crammed in with. That being said, the cocktails are good, but the environment is what you're going there for. Definitely check it out at least one time. Other than that, I'm going to call it a miss, and I'm sorry to say that. All right, moving on to Refreshment Corner for their mac and cheese dog. Refreshment Corner is Coca-Cola's Refreshment Corner. It's located down on Main Street, and it's just a kind of a little, I don't know, soda shop for lack of a better word, but they do these hot dogs. And I went in for this mac and cheese dog. You know what? It's not the worst thing I've ever put in my mouth. I can't call it a hit though. Listen, it was very heavy. And we've already had a lot of food and drinks, so maybe that's skewing me a little bit. But it's a mediocre hot dog for lack of a better word. The mac and cheese on top was serviceable, but not the best mac and cheese I had all day. And then if you like hot dogs and you're looking for something filling, this will get you there. If you've got kind of a gourmet palate, skip it for sure. Head over to the Jolly Holiday Cafe for an absolute hit. We went there for the Jolly Holiday Combo. This is grilled cheese and tomato soup. Listen, that's comfort food. You had it when you were a kid, when you were sick. I still eat it regularly on rainy days. I eat it when I just feel like a good, yummy, make you feel good meal. And you know what? Disneyland knows how to make this. It's a good grilled cheese sandwich. It's got a nice cheese pull. The tomato soup is very tasty. Kind of creamy. Has a nice, not spice, but has nice spices in it. It's a good meal. Now, if you snack all day long, you can easily split this with another person. If this is going to be like your big lunch or your big dinner or something, don't share. Get one for yourself, one for your table mate, one for your other table mate, right? It's good though. It's definitely a hit, and I think there's value for the price that you pay for this. It's one of the cheaper quick service meals that you can get, and it's worth every penny. All right, we're gonna head over to California Adventure right across the way, and we're gonna go through the hits and misses over here at Disney's California Adventure. We're gonna start with the Pim Test Kitchen, and we went there for breakfast and grabbed the calculated breakfast. Now, Pim's Test Kitchen is over in Avengers Campus. It was my first time ever going here. Let me just talk about theming before I get to the food real quick. I think it's really cute. I think Avengers Campus is well themed and immersive in the same way that Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is, though it's still young. They're still working out the kinks there. But in this particular restaurant, I love the little pretzel enlarger shrinker machine that's over your head while you're standing in the queue to order. You can do mobile order here. There's a nice selection of food throughout the day, but for breakfast, it's pretty basic. This calculated platter comes with hash browns, eggs 2 ways, bacon, and then the focaccia bread. The hits here are going to be the focaccia bread and those tater tots. The miss here is going to be the scrambled eggs. Add a little hot sauce and some black pepper, and they'll get you there. Everything else on the plate was just fine, but those tater tots are addictive and delicious. It's got an outdoor seating area that happens to be right next to the next spot we're going to look at. It's good food. It's a good way to start your day. I will say that. There's not a lot of breakfast options that aren't like sit down. So this is a definitely cool spot. Right next door, in with this seating area, is the PIM testing lab, and you're going to go here for your cocktails. Your extremely overpriced cocktails. They're about 20 bucks each. It's not a full bar. It's a limited bar. They have these custom Avengers, Ant-Man cocktails, right? You do get to keep the cup, but if you go here earlier in the day, you're going to carry this plastic cup around with you all day. Maybe it's sticky, maybe you get liquid all over the place. Also, it has to be completely emptied before you can exit the park with it, like bone dry. They did stop us because there was a tiny bit of ice in the bottom of mine, and I had to go dump it in a bush for them. So just know that. The cocktails were tasty enough, if not a little sweet and very, very pricey. But if you're looking for a drink and don't want to wait for one of the sit-down spots, this is a good enough spot to hit. We're going to head all the way back to Pixar Pier to Bayside Brews. We got some beers. I got a michelada, obviously. And then we got the jalapeno cheese stuffed pretzel. Just so you know, this particular pretzel, we have had it years ago and we loved it. We remembered it fondly. We were worried that it was cream cheese filling. It is not. It's a processed like American cheese, jalapenos. It's a well-baked pretzel. It's pretty tasty, if not a little pricey, because it has definitely shrunk since we first had it all those years ago. The drinks were also pretty tasty here. We went over to Shawarma Palace back in Avengers Campus now to have the New York's tastiest. This is not my personal opinion, mind you. This is what they actually call it on the menu. Hey, I've never had shawarma before. You know what? Shawarma's pretty good. This is like chicken with spices, obviously, and seasonings, and then like a coconut yogurt tahini sauce on a pita. As a combo, absolutely delicious, and probably one of your best value quick bites. Something you can walk around the park with if you wanted to. Way better than any of the hot dogs that we've had. It's huge for what it is, and it's tasty. The line wasn't too terribly bad. Definitely check it out. Lamplight Lounge Boardwalk Dining. So this is the non-reserved, non-character dining, non-fancy restaurant dining. This is their outdoor bar, for lack of a better word. Now, usually they have a small limited menu and some seating right here. But they were closed this day because they were short-staffed. That didn't stop us from being able to get cocktails there, however. We just had to take them away to go drink them. They did have a couple of bartenders just doing the main cocktail drinks. You know what? They were pretty tasty. On to Carthay Circle Lounge. Again, this is their non-formal dining area. This is their outdoor al fresco dining. You can get on the walk-up wait list. They've got great cocktails, a limited menu with some really tasty bites, and the best part is because it's outdoors, you can people watch, and the parade route is right there. So depending on what time of year you are, and if you plan your visit here appropriately, you might be able to get front row seating to the parade without having to like line up early for it. Service here is phenomenal. If you head over here, please be sure to ask for my good friend Holly. She will take good care of you. I've known her for years, and she's an amazing server and a friendly face. Go say hi to Holly. Tell him Braggins Adventures sent you, and if she doesn't understand, then just tell her Bilbo sent you. She will know what that means. All right, on to award wieners over in Hollywood. For the Uptown Chili Dog, I used to love the Uptown Chili Dog back in my day. Back when this park first opened, this was my go-to eat here. And I thought, man, I haven't had that in years. I'm going to try it one more time. First off, value. You're getting a pretty decent chili cheese dog and fries for the price. I think it's worth it, especially if you're a hot dog fan. They make the best hot dogs in the park here. And the Fritos that they put on top of this thing, they win the chili dog. The chili's fine enough, cheese, all that. The hot dog's really well done here. But those Fritos make my day. Wow. Definitely check that one out. Over at the Hollywood Lounge, we went here for some cocktails. They advertised a pickle michelada, and I knew I had to try that. And then Alyssa got this margarita type beverage. Hers tasted canned, she said, like a pre-mixed sugary thing you would find at the 7-Eleven. Did not like it. The pickle michelada, though, if you like pickles or if you like micheladas, I would definitely go check this out. It was a very tasty beverage and a great way to refresh myself after a long day. All right, we're going to head over to Adorable Snowman. We are back in Pixar Pier. We wanted to try the It's Chili Lime Mango Margarita. So, Adorable Snowman is a non-dairy, so I'm pretty sure it's all vegan, but non-dairy for sure, soft serve place. And they do these alcoholic versions of their soft serve dishes, right? So this one is their Chili Lime Mango soft serve with some mango chunks and some chili and some lime, right? With margarita. Now, I'm pretty sure they just take this terrible pre-made margarita mix and pour it into the existing dish and then maybe add a half shot of tequila. Regardless though, this is by far the worst thing I put in my mouth in this video, and that's saying a lot considering where we're gonna head after this. Don't get this. It's terrible. Absolutely horrendous. Don't do it. Go anywhere else for your soft serve, or maybe try it without the margarita mix. Maybe it tastes better. I don't think the flavors went well together. All right, we're gonna head over to the downtown Disney and hotel districts for a couple of spots. The first one we're gonna talk about is Storytellers Cafe. We were there for the dinner buffet. We have a video coming out Thursday, April 11th that fully reviews this, but I'm just gonna tell you right now, skip it. It's a hard pass for me. You'll find out why on Thursday. Next is Beignets Express. Guys, if you didn't get beignets at Beignets Express, did you even really go to Downtown Disney? This has always been my favorite treat here since Downtown Disney first opened way back when. You have to go in and get yourself a little bag of these. They're a tasty, yummy, not good for you, doughy piece of deliciousness. And look at the amount of powdered sugar they put on. I'm never not gonna get these, okay? It's just, that's the way my life is, and I've come to terms with it. I'm gonna need you to come to terms with it too. These are delicious pockets of yummy, and they come in a nice little bag. Keep your hands warm on a cold day. You walk around with them, eat them as you go. Just remember, most of the shops aren't gonna want you to be munching on them while you're inside their stores, and please don't touch their stuff while you're doing it for sure. But absolutely grab these. They have a small seating area right outside that you can, and it is covered, eat them in. And then we're gonna head over for our last spot to Trader Sam's. This is over at the Disneyland Hotel. We went there for cocktails and their Hawaiian platter. We got on the walk-up list, which was very convenient because this place always has jam-packed reservations and you'll have a very hard time getting them in advance. But if you go right before they open and ask to be put on the walk-up list, we actually got seated the second they opened the doors. So that was nice. The cocktails were good. We had a couple each. Don't get the souvenir glasses. You're going to pay way too much money for them. Just get the cocktails. They're tasty and delicious. The Hawaiian platter, man, that's where it's at, guys. This was tasty. $24 and we shared it and it made a nice little lunch for us with our cocktails. I saw other food being served and other cocktails being served in here. I didn't see an unhappy face. Okay, there were people seated right next to us that got the poke and they were oohing and awing over it. They got different drinks and they were oohing and awing over it. People were having a good time in here. This is like the best kind of dive bar because it's an awesome theme and they have cool shows that go off, and I don't want to spoil any surprises, so I'm not going to show you any footage because I did take footage, but there's just cool stuff that happens in here. I highly recommend, if you can go check it out, that you do. You don't even need park admission to go here. You don't need to be staying at the hotel. Just, you have to make a reservation for Trader Sam's. Try your best. That's our Disney Dining Hits and Misses video. If you haven't hit subscribe yet, please do so and ring that notification bell so you know when we release new videos. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm. Find us over on social media at Braggins Adventures across YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next adventure. Bye!